Hey guys, my name's Mackenzie. If you don't know me already, I'm the founder of Grad. We help students and graduates land jobs all over the world. And this video is all about positivity. So I want to share with you 5 for now, and in part 2, 5 more tips or things that I do to help me stay positive. And so the reason I'm doing this video is because especially over the last 5, 6, 7 years, whenever I've been in a room with someone, whenever I've been in a space with someone, even multiple people, big groups of people, I tend to be the most positive person in the room. And people tend to say that to me. They say, how are you so positive? Or you're so positive all the time. What's your secret? And I think, I haven't always been the most positive person in the room. In fact, I've definitely previously been the most anxious and scared person or negative person in the room. So I wanted to share 5 things with you today, and in part 2, 5 more things that I do. So first, before we move on, what is positivity? Now, I think positivity is basically having a positive frame of mind. So whenever you wake up each day and experience the world and all these different things that are happening around you and to you, things you see, things you hear, things you think, all of that is reacted to in a positive way. So when something happens that someone, a normal person, might think that's negative, you think, okay, yes, that maybe is negative, but what's the opportunity here? What's good about this thing? What benefits does this provide to us? And it's having that positive outlook. Why is it important at the moment? I think we're going through what we call a global pandemic, and people are stressing out. People have lost their jobs. People have rioted. People are locking you down. And now more than ever, it is important to keep positive, because we're seeing people get upset, get depressed, and I think anxiety, depression's gone through the roof. It's really important that you can maintain that positivity. So that's why I'm doing this video, and that's what I think positivity is. So the first thing that I'll mention that's really important for me is being on a mission. Okay, a mission. And what do I mean by that? Well, what most people do is they wake up and maybe they've got a job, maybe they haven't, maybe they're at university, maybe they're at school, and they usually have a predetermined day. They have, unless it's the weekend, there's usually something they need to do, whether it's go to work, study, etc. And often people will just get up, go about their business. They will often scroll a lot on social media and things like that. And there's a lot of habits that they have ingrained into them that kind of program them to do the same kind of things every day. And often people don't step back and think, what am I doing here? What is the point of me being on this planet? Why am I actually here, and what is this? And most people don't even think about it, which is absolutely crazy. And so having a mission essentially means that you've thought about it. And to have a mission, this means you have to have stepped back. You have to have thought, what is important to me? What is my life about? And as a result, where do I want to be as a person? What do I want to be doing within society? So for me, I've set a clear vision of where I see myself and how I see myself getting there. And I've already actually accomplished a lot of that vision, so I keep having to extend it out. So I've got this place where I see myself. I predetermine this place. And every day is my little mission, a step on my mission to get there. And my end goal is determined by my values and what is important to me. So just to give you an example, and this may change very soon as I change as a person and increase my aspirations. But right now, if I can help 1,000 people all over the world per year to land amazing jobs, help them transform from where they are to living an amazing life, that they're fulfilling job, I will be really, really satisfied with that. And that's my current goal. At this stage, I'm probably about, let's say, a quarter, maybe even a quarter to a fifth of the way there. Because that's the kind of rate that I'm growing at with my business. So soon I'll probably have to think of a new vision, but at this stage, that's my vision, and my mission every day is getting there. But alongside that, okay, I can break this vision down. Okay, I've got to deliver incredibly high quality services to clients. I have to keep innovating in a rapidly changing world to deliver these services to clients. I have to provide excellent customer support. Okay, and constantly I'm thinking about, what am I really doing? How does this align with my values? And every day, that step, that task, that project, that's part of my mission to get there. And so that's what I do. And the benefits of that are, every day you wake up, you know what the purpose you've prescribed for yourself. And if you don't prescribe a purpose for yourself, then no one else will. So I've got that purpose, and I know every day that I have meaning, that I'm doing something which is truly furthering my deep desires, essentially. And I feel really good about that, because a lot of it is about contributing to others. So that's point one. If you don't have a mission and a life that you want to be living, a purpose that you're kind of designed for yourself, then doing that will really, really help. And there's lots of ways you can do it. For me, it's incredibly important. That's why it's number one. The second thing here is being grateful. So, what do I mean by grateful? Well, first let me tell you about what most people do. Most people, especially in the Western world, and increasingly in other countries, a lot of other countries as well, countries we would have considered third world before, even there, and I've lived in third world countries, people are getting higher and higher qualities of life. Technology is aiding them in this significantly. And even though most of us watching this will have an amazing, or relatively amazing if you look back 100 years ago, quality of life, we often don't appreciate it. And we've got, running water, drinkable water, awesome high quality food at our fingertips. We've got mostly clean air. We have the ability to exercise, whether it's inside our house, during a lockdown, etc. So we've got really everything, all the building blocks there to live a very high quality life, despite everything that's happening relative to 100 years ago. But a lot of us forget that. And I think there's a lot of reasons for this. It could be social media, people posting the top 1% of their lives all the time makes people anxious because they don't have that life that they're living. But the problem with that is that if you're not grateful for what you have, then I believe, based on what I've researched, you're going to be unhappy. And I think a lot of unhappiness stems from not living in accordance with where you expect yourself to be living, essentially, in all aspects. So anyway, I'm delving too deep into that. So I think it's a problem not to be grateful for what you have. So what do? I'm always grateful for what I have, and I'm constantly, in my mind, I've built up a habit of picking out things that I'm really grateful for. And one great way of doing this is journaling, a really powerful way to start it. Now I've got it kind of automatically built into who I am. I'm constantly positive about things. For example, I've got a beautiful lily, a small lily plant here with a gorgeous kind of cream coloured pot. And this maybe costs $15 from the shops. But this thing brings me so much joy when I see it every day. And it's an incredible thing. It's cleaning my air for me, it's beautiful, it's natural. I'm really grateful for it every day. Same with, when I go and watch the sunrise or the sunset or the beautiful sun rays outside. I'm so grateful for that because it's just, as a human, it's incredible to see such beautiful, natural scenery. So little things like that, just noticing them and being grateful, even things like, having a loving family, having a loving brother or sister or mum or dad, things like that are incredible. To have one of those, you should be really grateful for that, at least in my opinion. So if you can think of more every day about those little things that mean the world to you, then I think you're going to be a lot more positive. Okay, so having that mission, being grateful, I think will lead to more positivity. Definitely does for me. So the third thing I want to talk about is serving others, and for me, this is something that I do every day, and it's one of the reasons that I love running my business so much. Because within my business, I derive, not only am I on that mission, but I'm also serving others, and it fulfills a lot of other things for me, just in this one package, this one business. So, serving, number 3. What do most people do? Most people, actually a lot of people do serve. A lot of people don't recognize that they're serving, and how important contribution is and giving is to happiness and positivity. And what's an example of this? Of a problem with that? Well, say you're working at Kmart or a retail store and you're serving thousands of people every day. If you look at that and you think, you know what, this sucks, I'm bored, I hate my life, I can't wait to the weekend, then obviously, that's a negative mindset and you're not going to feel too great about that. But if you then flip your mindset and you think, I'm actually serving thousands of people a day here, well, probably not thousands. As a store, you're probably serving thousands. Instantly, you're changing your mindset and you realize you actually are serving people in society, adding value and feeling good about it. So I think that's one of the big problems. People don't see they're serving. The other problem is a lot of people don't realize how important serving others is to feeling good and being positive. Once you've switched that mindset, things can all change for you. And if you look at all the science, you look at human psychology, one of the biggest things is just that kind of leads to happiness and therefore potentially positivity is giving to others. So the more you can focus every day on giving to others, I think the more positive that you're really going to be. And so what do I do? How do I live by that? Well, in my business every day I do it. I serve people. That's the number one focus of my business. I help as many people as I can to go from this position they are right now to landing an awesome job. That's it. And that's what I focus on every day. So that's tip 3. I think it's something people will miss out on a lot. Very important. 4 is friends and family. And this is just an obvious one, I think. But even myself, up until recently, has been kind of neglecting this. So what do most people do? Most people actually do have at least one friend or family member that is part of their life. Often that relationship, as I've seen it, isn't, or sometimes it isn't great, sometimes it's just not valued though. So I think that's the thing here. That's often the problem. But what I try and do, and I've tried to do this significantly more in the last year or two, is truly make that extra effort to spend genuine time and at least communicate with friends and family that you love. And it goes down again to the chemical level here. When you do this properly, or just naturally, you generate those chemicals, and you can go and read into it. I won't explain it now, but you generate those chemicals that make you feel happy and kind of lead to that positive mindset, especially for me. So this could be messaging your family each day. This could be booking out time every week to spend time with friends, whether it's virtually or physically. This is a massive key to being positive. And number 5 is nutrition. This seems really simple. And I think most people, they don't focus on nutrition. They are used to eating a certain diet and they continue to consume that. They don't often think about how that impacts their body, their overall health, and therefore the function of their brain and happiness and positivity as a result. So I think that's a problem. I think most people can be providing themselves better nutrition in terms of, I'm specifically talking about food here, to lead to better results. And so what do I do? How do I live by this? Well, I have anyone you meet who knows me well will tell you that I'm actually quite strict with what I eat. I have foods that are pretty much a strict no, and I cut those out. And then I also have a few foods that are a strict yes, and I double down on those. So for example, some foods that I'm not a fan of and just don't go well with me, they mess with my emotions, can make me feel sad, can make my sleep feel not as great, they can make me less focused. These include things like, gluten and wheat, processed food, sugar, any food with, high sugar, poor quality oils, poor quality meats. All of these things for me are just a definite no. And I just exclude those. And without eating those foods, I feel extremely focused. I feel great. And as a result, I think that leads to that positivity because I'm feeling so clear and have those positive chemicals in my body. Some foods that I really, really like are lots of vegetables. I try and snack and eat as many vegetables as I can, particularly might sound weird, but carrots, peppers or capsicums, celery, broccoli, berries, things like strawberries and blueberries, things like that I really, really love, and high quality meats and high quality carbohydrates as well, and ideally low GI carbohydrates. Things like that, for example, for me, make me feel really, really good. So whatever it is for you, I would recommend, figuring out what nutrition can really take you to that next level. And if you can eat better and cut out those foods that are proven not to be too great for you, then I think you can boost your positivity significantly. So they're 5 things that I find really help me in my life and make me one of the most positive people that I know. And I really, really hope that was helpful for you. If you have any more points that you think could be added to this list, please, comment them, let me know. If you have any more questions, anything you'd like to see more of from my side, please let me know. And if you haven't already, feel free to check out my website, mygradjobs.com.au. I've got a lot of free content, reviews, client testimonials, etc. there. So I think you'd find it valuable. Thanks for your time and have a great day. Stay positive.